if I'm going to be treated like a clown, then I better start dressing for the part. You know? If it feels like you're a clown and it sounds like a clown, it's probably a clown.
You're not taking the weekend very well, are you?
I wouldn't say I'm taking it well at all. I've currently, guys, dressed as a clown because that's exactly how I feel. And if I'm going to be treated like we're in a circus, then I may as well look like I belong in the circus because I've had it up to here, mate. I've taken this weekend absolutely horribly. I look like I'm it off Temu.
Yeah, well,
a horrible look right now. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Every week I roll in here and I think you guys can feel my heartbreak from when I speak. But this is how if my heart had to be visually represented, this is it. I'm a clown. I'm a clown for thinking we could make finals. I'm a clown. I said we could win the flag. We had an episode with the title release, We May Never Lose Again. We may never win again. I have no hope anymore. That ship has sailed. Hope, gone. Clowns in. We're all clowns. We're all frauds. I'll tell you what, actually. Definition of a fraud. A personal thing intended to deceive others, typically by unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments or qualities. Just put the Carlton Footy Club there. We're all clowns. Play the sting.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. That was bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got a line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips in. Oh, Ollie. Lots happening, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots happening in this studio. Lots happening over the round of football. Hey, I'm going to put this out there. Best season of all time. We have absolute carnage everywhere. We have some clubs that are now a circus, Exhibit A.
Sure.
But in general, just carnage. Just a lot of carnage left, right and centre. How good is it?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's the world's greatest show for a reason.
Well, exactly. And we're the greatest showmen.
Exactly.
For a reason.
Teed you up. Very nice.
Unbelievable. What we witnessed, especially over the year, but this round of football was, one of the all-time, the 6 games decided by less than a goal. Then we had the ladder leaders, Sydney, get rolled by 100 plus. Just cardiologists around Australia are working overtime this week.
Oh, they're scratching their heads.
I love this game. How good was it? How was your weekend?
Mate, it was good. And I've got to ask you, I think last week going into the weekend, we said finally this weekend looks like we'll have a better idea. Are you any closer? Does it look as clear as it'll get? Or have we got a few more twists and turns to come, do you reckon?
There's way more twists and turns.
Yeah.
Trust me, a lot more juggling going on here. A lot more juggling. So I think I put one line through a team. Melbourne are done.
Okay, yep.
They're out.
Auctions.
They're done. The Suns are done. The Suns are done as well.
Yep.
We kind of called them out last week though, didn't we?
Suns definitely.
Yeah.
But Melbourne, I think we're giving them one more opportunity.
Deeds, we'll send this to them after this episode.
Yeah, they can.
The clan outfit, they can wear that as well.
Yep.
So the rest wide open. And now Collingwood are back in it.
I know.
That was, as I think you can all tell, especially YouTube, not how I drew it up at all.
No.
At all. But then you and I collectively had a bad weekend. You went into a massacre yesterday at Marvel.
I'm trying to think what's worse. Like what happened to you or us? Probably what happened to you.
I was saying this to people yesterday. I'd rather lose by, like Sydney, I'd rather lose by 100 than lose to Collingwood by 3.
I don't know, you say that. It was pretty grim at Marvel yesterday.
But at least you know what you're in for straight away, you know?
Sure.
Like at least you're playing 120 minutes of the same brand of football.
Yep.
Boring as shit. But with Carlton, again, they're playing 15 minutes a quarter.
Yeah.
of a whole game. 15 minutes? What are we doing for the other 105? Mm-hmm. It's not kicking goals. You're the strong team. It's kicking a lot of points. We'll get into it in the review, but God, man, a lot's happening around the world. The Olympics. Now, hey, a lot is happening. We got the Turkish assassin. See that guy?
Did I see him?
Yusuf Dikic?
He's taken over the world.
51-year-old, definitely an assassin.
Definitely.
100%.
Hand in the pocket was the moment. I mean, he was 1 second away from just turning the gun on its side, essentially.
If he had done that, pack it up.
Yeah.
What a gangster. You just know he's killed someone before.
Well, we don't know that.
No, we do. We do.
We do.
I
we do.
reckon he's knocked someone off.
Yeah, okay.
You don't just roll up to a gun shooting competition just like that. You know, the Turkish government said, we got a job for you. He's like, okay, what's the name? He's like, no. Silver medal at Olympics. Okay. Rolls in, hand in pocket, gun out, should have cocked to the side. Didn't even wear the protective lenses.
No.
The lenses that help for blur protection and I think obviously for accuracy. Didn't wear any of the big earmuffs. Just rolled up, picked the gun and just shot it like it was nothing. Won a silver medal and goes back to Turkey, now an absolute legend of the shooting game.
Could you imagine if he had just one of those aids on him? Like just one of them?
Just one.
Like
He would on goal for sure.
100%. That's a lock.
Then you had the pole vaulters. You see that thing yesterday?
Didn't see the one yesterday, but the day before I watched it, and can I just say, not very good. I was pretty underwhelmed.
No, well, we posted something yesterday. The pole vaulter that the Estonian guy. He
Yeah.
went to pole vault over the bar,
And fell
went
back.
the other way,
Yeah.
fell back on the track. Now, look, I'm not an expert on that sport at all, but I think you're supposed to land on the mat.
Yeah, the other way.
And then we had, it was a Frenchman who cleared the bar,
Yeah.
but just had that hoss on him.
Oh, is this the one who knocked the bar off
With
because of his la baguette?
With his snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you get it.
Trouser snake.
You know, we've been dealing with these issues all our lives, you know?
Well, that's the reason why I had to leave the AFL. It was getting in the way.
Right.
You know, it wasn't retired. Everyone, it was disguised as retirement, but it wasn't retirement.
No.
It was
full-time holding
It
the
was.
ball.
But imagine that, like he cleared it and then he's massive, like chubbed up over the bar and then his massive dong has knocked it off.
Again, which I get. You know, it's a
Yeah.
big stage.
And then we had, now I've been right into, I think everyone's been right into the Olympics right now. Regardless, like I'll watch anything that's on. I watched the golf yesterday. I've watched a lot of track. We saw Lyles, I think, win the gold medal this morning, the 100-meter sprint. One event that I reckon shouldn't be there, the walking. That's a complete, walking and skateboarding, I can do without that.
I don't agree with you on that one.
Nah, walking's got to go.
Because it's not just going for a walk, though. Like if it was just go for a walk, see when you finish, different story. But they're still pretty quick and they're not allowed to lift a foot up off
But they
the
were.
ground.
Do you see the slow-mos on them?
Yeah, I think a few of them were.
They were cheating.
They were, yeah.
I mean, there's like 4 officials on the track in walking. You're telling me that they're seeing, there's a lot of like steps they've missed here, I think.
It's, you know what it's like? It's for me when I watch the walking, it's like the reverse of if I ever do a session with a PT. So when the PT's not watching, then I stop completely.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, go. Yeah,
it's
true.
like the reverse of that.
They were walking for an hour and a half. That's a lot of walking. We got a bronze in that, I think.
Yeah, it's 20 kilometres.
That's a long walk.
Are you turning yourself around?
No, I'm just saying if you gave me 4 years, I could win a gold medal. I reckon.
Should we?
No, I don't. Just too much effort to even try.
Well then, pick a lane, Dan. If it's too much
I think it's a
effort.
bad event. There shouldn't be Olympics.
Okay. Well, the skateboarding, I don't think they should be able to enter 10-year-olds.
No,
I feel like
yeah.
that's a bit of a piss take.
But that was a carefree kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's get ready, but I'm loving the Olympics. We are, I tell you what, we might be small and we might be girt, but God, we pack a punch. See those Yanks counting the medals wrong as well? For a lot. Now they're way in front. That's okay. But before that, they were doing it all wrong. But we've got 12 golds, I think.
Yeah, I think we're 4th on the tally list, I reckon.
Look at that. We've got like 20 million.
I think it'll slow down now, though.
Oh, it won't. We're cooked out of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last pool event was today, this morning.
Yeah, that
so
sounds
now
about
we're
right.
cooked. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we got nothing to offer on the track.
Nah.
We've got nothing to offer on the breakdancing.
Well,
Mate, Australians, we can't move. We don't know how to dance.
that's true, actually, unfortunately.
We're bad dancers.
Yeah, it's not our strong suit, is it?
No, historically we are bad dancers.
Yeah, historically.
we really are. All you have to do is go to a nightclub on the weekend
Yeah.
and just observe how people dance. We're not good at it.
Go to a library, pull out any history book. It'll be
say there.
page 3. It'll be
Yeah,
there.
it'll be there. Australians bad at dancing.
Yeah.
I saw this sports bet release the elite average game stuff. Very
Yes,
funny.
how funny.
Very funny. Some of those should be like events. If now we're putting breakdancing in, let's bring in some new events.
So what's the context of it for those who might have missed it?
So it's like obviously a piss take of the Olympic Games, but elite average games being stuff that you could do every day in everyday life. So one was there was a footy stuck in the tree. You have to pick a weapon of choice to get it out of the tree. And it just made me think like, there was also the pool one with the, what do you call the stuff you lay in a pool?
Like a floaty.
Yeah, floaty, like something, I don't know. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But they had a race there, a 50-metre race of
fun.
trying to get to the other end on this floaty. I was thinking there's going to be some events that could come into the Olympics that we could just invent right now. Parallel parking's one.
Yeah, that's tough. Parallel, that's really good. I don't mind. I've always thought to myself, it's quite competitive to see how many bags from the supermarket you can take in.
Oh, that's great.
Like, that's
one.
Yeah.
That'd be good. And then what else do I have? I had... trying to think, parallel parking.
You could do something to do with like brushing your teeth. It's like you get monitored to see how much plaque you've got on.
How many germs you got?
Yeah, and then you've got 15 seconds to brush your teeth.
You know, the MCG when they open the gates for finals or for any big game, and everyone rushes like to the front. Just get everyone lined up and it's just fight to the death at the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, they go check it. It's on YouTube right now.
Love
it's very,
that.
very funny. You haven't seen it now. But let's just, you know what? Let's not muck around here. The hotline melted again. Now, a lot of them was directed towards me.
Shock horror.
Which is a shock to everyone, I think. And a lot just of like FUs and just yelling down the phone. So let's see what we've got here. Let's play the sting. That's great. Hey, sorry, while that sting was playing, something that you did piss me off. Harry Potter again last week. You did 2 of them. I didn't notice the last one. What was the last one you did on Thursday?
It was in the Carlton section, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. See, this is the problem. I don't try. You tee it up for me, and I'm like, well, what do you want from me? You said Vossi's going to get down there and sort the boys out. And I said, yeah, he's going to say, they need to sort out their priorities.
See, to me, that's just normal conversation, but you've obviously pulled it out.
And it was.
It wasn't, but you'd been a smart ass with your Harry Potter quotes.
I can't take you seriously, you telling me that I'm a smart ass while I'm looking at this mess over here.
Fair enough. It's been a bad couple of days. Here we go. Let's get into it. There's a lot here. I think towards the end here, someone's gone through and put like a lot directed at me. So let's just see how we go.
Okay.
Oh, boys, listen to the sound of this. Oh,
Oh, that is.
you know what that is? Winner's piss. Because the Bombers, we're back in it. We're going to play finals. You know what? I'm going to have another swig. Back on the winners board, boys. I'm tuning in. See you, buddy, Tuesday.
Yeah, well done. Day off, he reckons.
Look at that.
Love that. And they were very good. I tell you what, we'll get through it in the review, but geez, Carlton were up on the slide with them next to them saying, hey, let's go down together. It's Sunday, let's go down the slide together. And they said, well, wouldn't have thought, fuckers. Pushed us down.
Pushed you down.
Great. They were great on the weekend.
Little Dan, Big Ollie. I'm here at the MCG watching Essendon go down the scariest slide in the world. Great experience. Anyway, sitting on the fence in Bay 36 and a small child just ran onto the field with no shoes on and no parents in sight. Not sure where he came from, but MCG security not doing great things here. Cheers.
What, we've got children?
I was sent this video probably by that guy.
Oh, my God.
He just fully ran on and he's just got a hoodie, some jeans, no shoes.
What age are we talking?
No older than 10.
At what age is the cutoff to give a kid concussion from a security guard?
It's not 10 years old.
You don't reckon?
No.
So say a 10-year-old runs on the field, they're having a good fun, they're taking the piss, they're getting away from the security guard. You reckon it's not playing for a security guard just to go, woof?
I'm going to say
concussion
right here,
protocol.
right now, that's never appropriate under any circumstances.
I'm just saying, if it's an elusive 10-year-old, go the hips and drop the shoulder.
No, absolutely not. But it was during the Oz Kickers. So he sort of just half blended in for a moment, it looked like. And then the security guards went, hang on.
Really?
You should be wearing footy boots.
Wow. Auskick's a horrible league, isn't it? I watch them and I just go, this is just bad for football. Bad skills. You know, if you can't hit a drop punt, get off the field. Is what I say.
Did you say that to McGovern?
I mean, his set shot did land at the corner hotel.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to put
got
those
me
in
again.
glass houses.
Everyone's a smart ass today, aren't they? Yeah, can't lose a game and everyone's got jokes.
Guys, firstly, love the pod.
No worries.
Listen to
Thank
Kane
you.
Collins talking about champion data. Almost threw up in my mouth. You guys are doing absolute great work. Up the Dons, fucking oath.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate, for your kind words. And look, champion data, that's for clowns. You know, we have a motto here, mate, in our podcast studio. It goes, fuck champion data.
Yeah, we always say it, don't
You know, I don't need the stats to tell me what the eyes are seeing. If the Carlton have been a bunch of clowns, I see a bunch of clowns. If Hawthorn and Freo are choking, I see chokers. Don't throw numbers at me.
we? No.
You know?
FCD.
What does that mean?
Fuck champion data.
That's it. That's how we live our motto by. This is Kate.
Hello, Ollie. Hello, Dan. Hope you're both okay. I know a really rough weekend for you both.
Okay.
I have a serious question for you guys today. So I know we've discussed adults wearing their footy team's jumpers to games, but I just wanted to talk about adults wearing face paint to games. Today, Brisbane versus St Kilda at Marvel. Ollie, you cannot be wearing face paint as
No.
the St Kilda MC. Please stop. It's not okay. Face paint is for clowns. You're now a clown. You've set the tone. St Kilda are now clowns, and they play like fucking clowns.
Yeah.
So get your shit together. Thank you.
I'm with you, Kate. Clown, you're a bloody clown, mate. Oh, geez, you're a bloody clown, and no man should ever be wearing face paint. Look like a bloody idiot.
Yeah, what would that look like? What was her name?
Kate.
Well, you know what, Kate?
Oh, no.
Here's the thing, Kate.
Here comes a texter.
Kate,
Oh.
if that's your real name,
It is.
which I don't know. I work for the St Kilda Football Club.
Yeah, we know.
During my pre-match activation, we had to talk about the fact that outside Gate 7, we had a photo wall. We had a chance to win $250 prize to Saints Locker by guessing how many footies are in the cherry.
And they had a bunch of beds out there as well to fucking have a nap during halftime.
And we had face painters. So what do you want from me, mate?
Exactly.
I've got the tat. I've got the face paint. I'm literally saying to St Kilda Football Club, take my limbs, take my blood. I will do anything for this club. I don't know what you want from me, Kate.
That's it. Here's some activations you can take back to your club. Chopstick activation. Get your free chopsticks, all different sizes, small to large. Then after
Teppanyaki.
then after you lodge them in your eyeballs, blood bank.
Yeah.
Put some blood back in your body.
Donate it. Yeah.
Half time, bed activation. Okay? Go to 40 Winks and say, guys, we need 44 beds here because at half time our games tend to get a little bit boring. And there's your 3 activations ready for the whole game.
And do you get an elephant that's
Okay.
juggling a ball on its trunk, or what do you do?
Mate, no one stop taking jokes.
Hi, Dan and Ollie. It's Matt here, and I've got a bit of a controversial opinion. Yes, I'm a Pies fan, but I actually think that Patrick Cripps would be better off if he moved clubs. And I say that because I bet he was looking at Pendlebury's 400th over the weekend, and he's like, the Pies boys, you know what? They turned up for him on his milestone. What did the Carlton boys do to me on my milestone? Absolutely fucking nothing, you know?
Slander.
So if I was him, I'd be looking at his mates, such as, you know, Tom Mitchell, etc.
Slander.
You know, moving to a club that respects him more and fitting into that club really well and
Hopefully you can fit in.
just going all the way because that man fucking needs a premiership.
Yep.
I can't see him retire without a flag. He needs one. And he's not going to get it at Carlton, so he needs the fucking move. That's my thoughts. A bit controversial, but let me know.
Nah, I reckon it was on the nose, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, he could be great, you know. Like Collingwood could help him on his way to greatness for sure.
He's not going there. If he goes to Collingwood ever, I'll stop watching footy forever. Yeah, not a great. I didn't like that one at all. I think that was a bit personal, a bit pointed.
Bombers can go and get fucked.
That was it, that one.
Oh, that's good. Sure, yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Hi, Dan and Ollie. This is Ben. I am a Brisbane Lions supporter.
Here we go.
Ollie, are you still at the game or have you fucked off home, mate? This is a killing. I love Eric Hipwood.
I could hear my voice in the background. Of
Yeah.
that, so I was there.
True.
I
You were
didn't
there
leave.
still. So you were there, very, yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Hipwood, great player as well.
Yeah, he's all right.
Brandon.
Hey, Big O, Little D, first time, long time.
Welcome.
Just a quick question for you. I got one of those Hawk T-shirts that Guinea and the Wiz brought out.
Yeah.
Really keen to get it, but just wondering where I get a fucking refund after we just shut the bed.
Nah.
Flag Hawk dead.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
They did shit him though.
They did a little bit, but I've been saying it. The poor Hawks we're asking a lot of them. And
Well,
I think it's
yeah.
okay to lose that game. That's tough.
I mean, is it okay? They're up by 28 points going in the last quarter.
There are a bunch of teenagers running around out
They
there
are,
that
I
haven't
know,
been
they're
in
a
the top
bit-
8 all year.
They're just reckless. Sometimes it's hard to, cool kids in their youth, still going through, puberty.
Yeah.
It's hard to bring them back.
Yeah.
It really is. So when they're off, but it's hard to say, hey, guys, we need a bit of structure here. It
I don't like hearing that from, was it Brandon?
was Brandon.
Yeah, I don't know. Stay
Okay.
with them.
If you guys recording.
G'day, Dale Thomas. Just wanted to remind you on a comment you made about 5 weeks ago in regards to the Bulldogs, saying get your Sharpie out and put a fat line through them because they are done. Well, guess what? Ever since then, we've gone on a rampage. Beat Carlton with our VFL side.
Oh, what?
Beat Geelong down at the Cattery. Whomped the flag favourites up in Sydney and done a number on the Ds. So get your fucking Sharpie out, mate, and shove it straight up your fat ass.
I mean, pointed. Why is everyone so angry today? Everyone's so pointed. I mean, that is, I think like a lot of journos have gone early on calls this year. Probably more so. I mean, look at me. I definitely did. But at least I own mine. I feel like the journos don't.
That's true.
Like, I'll always own it, guys. If this isn't proof enough that I'll own where I'm wrong, then this ain't the show for you.
No.
If you want to go listen to a bunch of guys never be sorry or remorseful for calls they've had, fuck off to SEN.
You have said it a few times. The journalists are the king of the men in black.
Vision.
Wipe your mind and go,
El Forgetto.
No, didn't say that.
Yeah,
No, don't know
never
what you're on
happened.
about. No. But you, look at this.
Own it. I mean, I always will. Even like the stuff with Bevo and Ken Hinkley saying he was gone. Actually, I did say that as well. I mean, hey, it's a tough industry, okay?
Hey, boys. Little Dan, Big Ollie. Just reminiscing on the game last night and thinking about where it probably all went wrong for Carlton. I reckon it was through the week when the Pies got that Ben Henry to come in and sing that Pendlebury cover of Let It Be by the Beatles.
Great song.
Seeing all the boys sing Pendlebury,
Pendlebury.
Pendlebury. Yeah, I reckon the Blues are pretty fucked from that point onwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, fellas.
I'm with him. I remember seeing that, and when the boys started joining and singing, I said, hey, guys, we're cooked. It's done. They're all singing the song together. They got a guitar in there. Who is that guy? Why is the song so catchy? I had it in my head for 3 days. Gone. Where's Robbie? Where's Robbie Williams when you need him?
It's a great call.
He's probably on a boat fucking somewhere in Ibiza. I need Robbie to get his ass to the MCG. And it was such a catchy song too.
It's pretty good.
And, I was doing a smart ass. I had my video ready to go for a win. I was like, hey, if we win this in the third quarter, I'm going to sing. So I learned the song on guitar. I don't play guitar, but I learned it for 2 days. And it was going to be a great song. Meant to be, meant to be, meant to be, meant to be. Carlton just fucked your season. It was meant to be. Couldn't even do it.
What a waste.
Waste of talent.
What a waste of time and talent.
Mate, my fingers are bleeding from those strings.
Do you have a guitar?
I had bought one. Mate. Yeah, I think it was $900. Want to get that again? It's a waste of my time.
Mum. Yeah, just ham and cheese. Of course I want it toasted.
Always toasted.
Hello?
Hello.
Dan. Big Dan. Little Dan. Whatever the fuck. What a game from the Eagles, eh?
Oh, Eagles.
And those umpires on the Suns side, they can get fucked. First of all, at the end of the game, you seen Barrett's walking off. He looked very miserable, even though they just pulled off a pretty significant win, because it's a win for the Eagles. So he's definitely off to Hawthorn next year. And
that's done.
I think when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to get a fucking massive eagle tattooed on my forehead, and it's going to look better than your haircut. Oh, fuck. Love ya, long time.
I mean, yeah, it would.
It would.
So we're on the haircut stuff. Like, this has to stop.
That looks better.
It's been 5 days now. I got this haircut when on Thursday?
Yeah.
No, I got it on Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Fuck. So we've been a week now into this joke. Every post is not even about the content. It's just, hey, little Lieutenant Dan, when are you off for service?
It was such a shame that the first post you did after was the one about Yusuf, our man from Turkey, because it was a great post. It was very funny, but I don't think a lot of people took note of the contents of what was said.
No.
It was all about the haircut.
Well, the worst thing about that is that's the one that went stupid viral.
Yes, correct.
As well. So now you had half the people who were there just to rip me on my haircut.
Yeah.
And then half people from America saying, well, actually, you had earbuds in. Like, there's just a conflict of interest going on that post. Well, actually, if you actually look correctly and watch the event, you'd have your earbuds. Shut up. Where are you from?
And
America,
then-
we're smoking you.
And
Shut
then
up.
just the three people that have come from Swag Boy Orange going, I didn't know he was Australian.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I thought he was Russian.
Last one.
Righto.
If we're not going to make finals, you aren't either. Fuck off, Carlton.
One more. Just I need to end on a good one. I need to end on a good one.
Oh, Daniel. Your team is a bunch of frauds, and you seem to laugh at everyone else's teams. You've got a bunch of frauds on your hands. I'm sorry, Daniel, but you do. It sucks, but it is what it is. You'll never win a final.
Thanks, Brock. We have to end on a good one. I can't go out like this. Who put these in here?
Stop that, Dan, you fucking big idiot.
There has to be one good one to end.
Dan, actually, fuck you, Dan. I just want to talk to Ollie. Are the Swans, as a Swans fan here, are the Swans the worst first place team ever heading into August? Just rub, salt into the wounds here. I'm standing at the MCG as Pendles is walking off after Mitch McGovern has just blundered a goal. I'm sure the only thing he thought of was little Dan and how shit of a job he did for the club. So, Swans never, fuck the Pies still, but also Blues never. It's all just negativity from my end.
At least he's honest.
Okay. Maybe he wants to talk to you about it.
It's all just negativity
Oh,
at this
yeah, fuck
stage.
it. So I try to end that on a positive note. Got 4 in a row.
It's going to be a long scroll for you, Dan.
Okay, so we're not doing it? Okay. Do you want to answer his question about the Swans?
I can't remember too many teams on the top of the ladder going in with this form. I think we can all agree most teams on the top of the ladder will go in maybe losing one of their last 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, but certainly not losing by 100 points.
True.
So he's probably spot on.
He's on the money. It was pretty bad. It was very poor. It was over in the 15-minute mark of the first quarter.
It was though, wasn't it?
It was like generally,
Like
like
60
normally we
points or
say
something.
that, but that game was generally done.
Yeah.
Done. Didn't even fire a shot. I love how everyone's a bit stressed now. Like I think we can tell from the hotline, everyone's a bit on edge. Everyone's nervy. Everyone's freaking about their teams. I've got a couple of signs that if you see this happening, you'll know that this person is nervous about where their team is.
Oh, okay.
The first one is if you're out at a public event, birthday, dinner, whatever it might be, you've got the game on your phone on KO. Stressed.
You're concerned? Yes.
Or you've done a ladder predictor and you've either posted it on social media or you've texted to your friends saying, guys, I reckon we're still alive here. They're the 2 signs that you know your team might be cooked.
That's brilliant and so accurate.
They're the 2 signs. If you see that in the wild, you're like, okay, that guy's stressed. He's watching the game. This is a 21st birthday party. That guy's got his phone up.
Yeah, guy at the back standing behind the balloons with KO in his palm.
Or at a dinner just looking down. That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. So we did last week something very fun, which you all loved. How many days or things that had happened since Essendon last won a flag?
Some good ones in there.
Some great ones. And lots of people want to know, this is dedicated to you, what has happened in the world since St Kilda last won a flag? So here we go. Things that have happened since St Kilda last won a flag. Wearing a seatbelt while driving became a law. Colour TV was introduced to Australia. Smoking on planes, we banned that, Ollie. A thing called Microsoft was invented. ESPN, we love that. Debuted on air. This is crazy. The internet was invented. You'll like this one. J.K. Rowling published the first Harry Potter book.
Oh, yeah.
Tiger Woods was born.
Sure.
Okay, so this is crazy as well. So we built a spaceship. We then put a human in the spaceship and then we just blasted it to the moon, landed it on the moon, and then a guy got off it and walked around.
Allegedly.
This one we kind of not talk about a lot. A global virus swept across the world called HIV. And also good news, we found the Titanic.
We lost it and then found it.
We lost it. It was a long way down the bottom, but we found it. So that's just a little snapshot of stuff that's happened since the Saints last won the flag. Hey.
Yeah.
Absolute cheering for the internet. That's a positive.
As I said to the Essendon fan that had a go at me, I said, well, at least I've been able to text off iMessage, hey, how about that draw?
True.
So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, but no one in St Kilda ever has been able to email saying, I absolutely love that game on the weekend. Great flag. Go to see us win a flag.
Or see it in colour. That's not great. That's not amazing.
Hey, I hope you're happy, guys. Let's get into footy now. Another one bites the dust for West Coast. Now, they can't get a coach at the moment. They're looking far and wide. We got people putting their hands up, hands down. People don't even want to look at it at all. But Nathan Buckley says, thank you, guys, but I'm out. They reached out to him and he said, not interested.
Could you imagine? I can't even imagine Bucks in Perth, let alone, like, that's...
No.
Nah, it's...
I mean, the only way I thought he was going to take the job, bless your soul, he lost them in 2018. I thought, okay, he might take this job, burn them from the inside.
Inside
job, just to get revenge on them. But this makes the list now. People who've declined the job. Coxie, Big Cox, said to leave my Cox in Sydney. Jamie Graham, Fremantle's assistant coach, has said, I don't want it at all. Justin Langer, we know, apparently has a hat in the ring. Buckley's now out. That leaves Ken Hinckley, still as the number one target for them. But his pay is actually going through the roof. He's becoming more expensive as the week's gone because he's probably going to stay at Port now. And then if the form continues, another contract, more dollars in his back.
Yep.
He might stay in Port.
You should be so lucky, West Coast, right now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's crazy. So a lot of people are saying they don't want the job. So I just want to, while they're going and asking everyone, I just want to let them know and we'll put it on the record, I also will not be applying for the job. If they even thought about it.
Put that there?
I'm out as well. So I don't know if that's going to be a news article, but I'm done.
I'm still thinking about it. I'll think about it for a bit longer.
Yeah, I mean,
someone did comment and I went, ooh, I like this. Chance Bateman.
Where's he been?
West Coast.
Has he?
Development coach.
Oh, but you know what happens with them? They spend a long time as development coach. And then they only get to an assistant coach level.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did accept his role, I think, in 2020.
It's been a long time, cutting his teeth.
Yeah.
A lot of teeth to
but
cut there.
I would love that. How good would that be?
Tough gig. I'm still convinced that it's a better job than Richmond at the moment.
Oh, that's a good call.
It is.
Yeah. They're probably ahead, aren't they?
100%.
Yeah.
I think Adam Muse's got the hardest job in the league right now.
Yep, agreed.
By a mile. That thing looks, and they've got players leaving, which we'll talk about soon, but they got players leaving left, right, and centre. Their rebuild is going to be the hardest ever. It's bad. Actually, let's get to them right now while we're talking about them. So, news broke on Thursday night. Ryan Daniels got on Twitter and just dropped a bomb for everyone. Shea Bolton wants out of Richmond, and he cited family and personal reasons. That's a good one.
Sure.
That's good. Hard to get out of that one.
Yeah.
Can't poke and prod, can you?
No.
Someone says that, you're like, okay, how can we help you?
Yeah.
So smart. In recent weeks, Bolton made it clear to WA teams that he wants to come home, but both Freo and West Coast haven't figured out how they can make that deal work with him yet. So he just put it out there. He's saying, I'm out. Richmond are just 100% not going to let him go. He's signed for 4 years still.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, why? Unless they've got something big, like what would it take? 2 first-round picks at least?
For a player that's supposed to stick around for the next 4 years in his prime, yeah, at least.
26 years old in his prime. And when Bolton's on, I'm convinced he's a top 10 player in the league.
Couldn't agree more if I tried.
He's unbelievable.
Amazing.
When he tries and wants to be in a game, I think what's happened with Bolton is he's looked at this year going, this is shit. I don't like this at all. I'm used to success and winning flags. I'm not in for this for 4 years.
Well, that's 100% what's happened.
Yeah. Well, true. But like normally some players, okay. I mean, it's different intent for different players. If you sign a big cash deal, maybe like, oh, bugger, I'll stay for 4 years. Take me to 30 years old and I can go home then. But he's like, no, I don't want to do this at all right now.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it. So if he's worth 2 round picks and Freo somehow get him, they're building a dynasty. That is a squad now with Bolton. A genuine threat for a flag in the next 2 or 3 years with Bolton running around in the forward line in the middle with Sarong and Brayshaw.
Yeah.
Trouble. Now, also, this is on top of Baker, who, let's be honest, probably going to move to Perth. Will it be Freo or West Coast? I'm not really sure. Do we even know?
No, not at this rate.
But he's out. And Jack Graham also wants to leave as an unrestricted free agent. So at this point, let's just get Richmond and put him in Perth.
Yeah.
Everyone wants out. Then Daniel Rioli wants to go to the Gold Coast Suns. So that's why I'm convinced that this job at Richmond now, Uze, is going to be the hardest job in the league for the next 2-3 years.
So how many people do you reckon will leave Richmond? 5?
Dusty.
Yeah. So Dusty,
Bolton, Graham, Baker,
Rioli.
So you got 5 at least.
At least.
I reckon, and I haven't heard this at all. I'm just going to put it out there. I think maybe some of the older blokes, 2 or 3 older blokes, a Lynch or a Prestia, might say, hey, I'm 31, 32, 33. I maybe have one more crack at the flag here at the team. Do they think about going as well?
I think you would, wouldn't you?
So I think it's going to be big. Plus retirements as well.
Jeez, I tell you what, doesn't matter who you are, 5, 6, 7 players leaving, that's a big exit, isn't it? Like that's a nucleus of a side.
It's just harder. So they'll go 2-21 this year. I don't think they're going to win another game for the year. I haven't got any vibe about them winning another game. I think that, about the Eagles, I said a vibe that they have one more in them.
Yep.
I have no vibe about the Tigers. I think they're done now. If they lose, they go this year 2-21. Then next year they lose the players. They go at best 2-21 again. So now they're 4-42. And unfortunately for a new coach who's come in that is the rebuild, that first coach that starts the rebuild never hangs around.
No.
They're like the sacrificial lamb, unfortunately, because it's a win-based league and 4-42 doesn't cut the mustard. No. And then the players and fans and the board gets unhappy, and then a new person has to come in to try and take over the rebuild. Mm-hmm. So Adam Uze is actually in a horrible spot right now. And he probably took the job thinking it was going to go like this at all. They did not expect these injuries to happen this year. If they have a healthy list, they're at 10 to 13th team on the ladder. Maybe taking a few, pushing into the 8. But I don't think anyone saw this coming this year. And now the exodus of 5 players that we think are going to leave as well. I think he's gone from maybe we're a chance of hanging around the finals for 2 or 3 years to hold on. This has got holes everywhere in it.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if most people thought that the exodus was coming, though.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I've asked Richmond fans. I don't know. I didn't see it coming.
Well, when you think about the players who have retired, it's clearly like we're entering that, we've climbed up the mountain, now we're coming back down.
Yeah.
For sure. Like Dusty was, whether or not he retires or leaves or whatever, like he's coming to the end.
Yeah, he's not the same Dusty.
I don't know. I'm not surprised about that.
No. I actually think it was just so sudden, maybe. I don't think it'd be this sudden. It's quick. Like this has been like, whoa, that's happened all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah, totally.
Which I probably didn't expect. Maybe Richmond fans did. But to me, watching it, I was like, whoa, you have just, even watching them the weekend, there's just blokes out there I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
And only because they got injured, but just like the way they moved the footy, I was like, oh, this is just, like even skills, this is bad. Like you are the worst team by an absolute country mile. Like North are, I don't even by 2 goals, but probably a 5-6 goal better team than them.
Yeah. Agreed. Hey, honest question for you. I'll hold my hand up. It happens to me every weekend, and you know a lot more about the game than I do. Does it happen often where you see a player and you go, I've never heard of you ever?
There's a few at Richmond.
Few at Richmond?
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple pop up and I go, ooh, how embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah, true. There's a couple at Adelaide.
Okay.
I think because I watched a few of them that I didn't know. But now I'm across Adelaide, I think. But few at Richmond that took me a while to get around. Like Steely Green. Saw him a couple of times and I didn't know who he was at the start.
Sure.
Good player.
Yeah.
Good player. There's still a few in Richmond floating around. And
so
I'm like,
if you had to commentate tomorrow, Richmond Adelaide would be the one that you'd be most nervous about?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of, mate, passes it to mate.
Yeah.
When you're at local footy and you don't know someone's name, it's like, yeah, mate. It'd be like, that'd be me.
Sure.
Richmond mate passes to his other mate. A lot of that
Just
happening.
a bunch of mates out there.
Just a lot of mates out there. Should we just get in the footy because
Let's
it's
do it,
too
mate.
big a round for us not to even dissect and be excited about. This is just mayhem what's happening at the moment. So the way the ladder is at the moment, if it was finals next week, we currently have, Geelong put up an argument and it'd probably get pushed back, but if they won an argument, we'd currently have no finals being played at the MCG in week 1. And that is based off assuming Geelong are allowed to play their first final at home. Now, it is against Carlton, so I don't know if the AFL would let that happen, given they'd get 90,000 at the G.
Totally.
But if they did win an argument in a boardroom, politics, which we stay out of, if they won a political battle, no finals at the G.
What would that
All
look like?
interstate top 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Sydney, Brisbane, Port, Giants.
Okay, and give us the whole ladder while you're there so we know.
So Sydney, Brisbane, Port, Giants make up the top 4.
Yeah.
In 5th spot, we've got Geelong, into Fremantle, and then we've got Doggies, Blues.
Oh, I love this year.
It's good.
The
isn't
year's
it?
cooked. Like even now, I mean, outside of maybe Richmond, anyone playing anyone with 3 rounds to go can win a game. Like, so we're not making finals, we're taking you with us. We're going to derail seasons, all in battle to make finals. I love it. So, 13 wins could get you outside the 8 still, or 14 wins could get you outside the 8. Just wild. It all started on Friday night. Big game between the Dogs and the D's, and retro round. Jeez. Now, how's this though? They paid homage to the 1954 Premiership team who won the flag in 1954. They beat the D's by 51 points. Friday night, they get back in the collars against the D's, win by 51 points. Meant to be. Call them Footscray forever, I reckon. Call them Footscray.
It just felt right.
It just felt right. I know they're called the Western Bulldog. West of what? Melbourne? Obviously, but Footscray, at least they've got a suburb there. They got some DNA in Footscray still.
Very Western Bulldogs.
Yeah.
The very West. Yeah.
Call them Footscray from now on. I like them. I like them in the collars.
Yep.
Collars were cool. And then Jamara had started popping it up. You know in school when you pop the collar up to let everyone know, hey.
It's business time.
I don't fuck around.
Yep.
I got the collar up. Don't fuck with me. I'm on the back of the bus. Don't fuck with me. He had that going on as well. And Dogs just came out of the gate and jumped in. The first 15 minutes, didn't have a touch in their half, the D's. 15 minutes of footy, did not touch the ball in their half. And when they're up and rolling with collars on, looking cool, calling themselves Footscray, this team is hard to beat. Now, 2016 I spoke to someone who was a big Doggies fan on the weekend. I said, what was 2016 like for you? Was this the same feeling? He said, no, we just made the 8 and then we got on a hell of a run once we made the 8. So this is a bit different.
Yeah.
Now they get on a big run before they even get to the finals. And again, who knows if they'll make finals? But they're the hottest team in the league right now.
Sorry, this is really, really selfish of me.
Yeah.
I just have been trying to work out. I'm just on my tipping site.
Yep.
I did the margin for Friday night.
Oh, my God. What'd you do?
I got it bang on.
Why did you go 51 points?
I think I went to go for, because it's a bar. Like you just drag it across.
And you just dragged it.
And I went, 50 looks about right.
So what do you get for that, an extra point?
No, I think it's like a percentage. So like if you're on the same amount.
Oh, you
know,
get it.
like-
Oh, yeah. So you're pretty happy with
That's
it.
pretty cool.
That is cool.
I mean, I'm coming dead last, but you know.
It's very cool. Like the Saints. This Marcus Bontempelli. He's been in career best form for 4 years now.
Yeah.
We got to give him a medal. Give him a Brownlow medal. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Deserves it. Runner up in 21 and 2023. He's the best player in the world right now. There's no one better than him.
You don't reckon?
What he's doing at the moment, he's kicking goals. He's kicked 28 goals this year. So if we look at everyone who's around him, Dacos has kicked 16, Cripps 16, Neil 9, Merritt 13. He's kicked 28 goals as a midfielder.
Jeez, that's a pretty good yardstick you've used there, yeah.
28 years old. He's going to move in the top 15 all time for Brownlow votes. And he's going to win a Brownlow.
This is it.
This is the year he wins a Brownlow.
If they win the rest, then probably a lock-in, right?
Yeah.
Or he's already...
I think he's done it.
Wow.
He's the best player in the league right now.
Wow.
I think if I'm Bond thinking about this and what the end of the year looks like, finals are cool. Start getting your speech ready. Start getting your thank yous ready.
Yeah.
You know? He's different. He's built different. The stuff he does in the field, it's like there's Cripper, like he puts a team on the back. Dacos does it as well with like how deadly he is not by foot because he's not really good by foot, but just you can tell when Dacos gets the ball, something happens.
Sure.
Bond literally is like, I'm fucking dragging this team with me.
Yeah.
Over the line.
Last time I saw him play live as well, I was blown away by the size of the guy.
He's huge.
Yeah. It doesn't quite translate on TV, I think.
No, he's
for
like
some reason.
6'5", built and just handsome.
Oh.
Classically handsome. That's where he's not hot.
No.
Just like a handsome, strapping, tall young man.
Yeah. He's the sort of guy that you'd want to, blow him a kiss as we wish him off, to war in 1940. You know, the Navy maybe, and he'll be like, I'll write to you every day.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
You have a daughter and he rolls in the door, you go, you know what? Classically handsome, date my daughter.
Yep.
It'd be my pleasure for you to date my daughter.
Yep.
You are a strapping young man. You look good, you play good, you feel good. Brownlow good.
That's a good, maybe we do a top 10 list of who you would hypothetically let date a daughter.
For sure.
And he'd be
top of the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, him, number 1.
Yep.
Cripper, number 2. Number 3, who's Isaac Heaney, seems like a gentleman.
Yes, I'd trust Isaac.
Number 4.
I think Connor Rozier would be a good guy.
Yeah, Yeah, nice. He'd be good. Number 5. Probably thinking about it a bit more, don't
Lockie
we?
Neal, probably.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they are.
Jack
We'll have to do a list
Steele,
of that.
Adelaide.
Everyone, yeah, let us know. So what I can congrats the Dogs. They've punched their ticket to the finals.
Yeah,
they've punched
well
it
done.
now. It's well and truly punched. Stamp your papers. Get your tickets ready for September. Adelaide, North, and Giants. Shaky to come. Giants, good little. See, the last round of footy's funny because no one really gives a fuck if you don't need to give a fuck. It's one of those ones of like, hey, let's just do a training run here. Let's get no injuries out of this.
That's true.
So they want to knock off Adelaide and North by heaps by percentage, and I reckon you want to be getting the Giants being like, hey, this is a real second or third gear game.
I hope that there's a slight wobble for the Dogs. So then we go into that game knowing how much they hate each other.
Oh, they do.
If there's a spot for 8th,
All out war.
Wow.
All out war.
Yeah.
It's one of the best seasons so far ever. And the D's are now done officially. Enjoy
Yep.
Seminyak. Go and pick your villa, go get a driver,
Yep.
whatever you need to do. Bintangs are on special now. It's boiling hot over there. Go and sort that out stuff. Go to Flight Centre and sort it out.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it, guys. Time to rest up and see who you got in the cupboard.
Yep.
May's now fractured his ribs again. Put him on ice. Gorn's broken his leg. I don't know how. Goody, do you listen to this podcast or not? Stop playing him. He was amazing the weekend, though. He was big.
Imagine if he had 2 legs.
If he did it on one leg, put him on ice. Let's see what else you got. Give him a rest.
Yep.
Like, give it. You got to have some VFL players there. Do you not have anyone in the VFL that can like help these guys out?
So true.
Like, you just need to put them on ice and let's see for the next 3 rounds what you got. Because yes, you reckon you might be a chance for the finals. I'm telling you right now, D's fans and the Demons, you're no chance playing finals.
No,
it's not happening.
Poor buggers.
This is 2 Friday night games. So then when I stopped watching this game and had this game on, we walked in this game thinking this will be just an absolute snooze fest. I had chopsticks ready to go. Put them down. Unbelievable game.
Did you catch? So it obviously started later, didn't it? So,
I had the dual screen going.
Yeah, nice.
Did you?
No, I'm going to be totally honest with you. No.
Okay, great.
No.
Did you see any of this game?
Yeah.
No.
The end of it.
End of it.
I crossed over for the last quarter.
Eagles 10 points.
Yeah.
I told you they had one more in them. Fly, my beautiful Eagles, fly. Ah! That was more of like a
that was
crow.
good.
Was it?
I think Eagles are more. No,
That was like
Devil.
Tassie Devil.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The team that's crawled through shit all season, this team, they literally have. And they find, when they got their hands and fingers in the shit, they find a win from the Suns.
Yeah.
On their deck, Friday night football. Give them more Friday night games. They seem to like the bright lights in the big stage. They like primetime slots. They're sick of the 440s.
Yes.
Give them primetime. And I'm convinced now at this game, as good as the Eagles were, the Suns will never make finals.
Ever.
No. Can't see them. I know we say it and we joke. We've said it 10 times this season. How can you be so good at home and then you get on a bus and a plane and another bus and then you shit the bed away over and over and over and over and over? I don't even go from it. It's doing my head in.
They've got one. So I thought this was the opportunity to break that this year. They got one more.
Against who?
Final round. They've got Richmond.
Oh, man.
If you can't do that, what are we doing?
I'm telling you, if they lose to Richmond, gonna be some sacking going on.
Yeah.
It has to be. You can't sack your coach 3/4 of the way through last year.
After re-signing
him, you then get on a plane to chase Dimmer, who was burnt out.
Yep.
He's in Europe having rosé and calamari, and you force him to put a pen in his hand and slam that pen down on paper to sign a contract. You have no injuries. You've played the bottom 3 teams twice each now. 6 wins you should have had. And you come out before the season starts and you say, hey, 80% of our premiership team is in this room. I reckon it's 50%.
Yep.
I've seen enough to be. It's Ben King, Noah Anderson, Matty Rao, and a bunch of guys. That's what I see over there. I don't know how they can do this. Tuke Miller's been a great servant. I think you can put him in there as someone who's not just a guy.
Yes,
but they've
probably.
got some other guys who are just like, you're just plugging holes.
Yeah.
Like Dave Swallow, God bless his soul. Like he's never going to play a final, which is so shit because I've been with Dave and he's been through so much shit at that club. Just downs. No ups, for being completely honest. Just down. So you feel for guys like that. But there's a bunch of guys on that list that you go, you need to turn this over and go again. We keep giving you handouts and handouts and handouts. Just win a fucking away game, boys. Come on.
Let's start with
I'm
that.
going up there actually in a couple of weeks to see them play the D's. So as harsh as I was then, just saying, looking forward to get up there.
Big Suns guy.
Big behind glass guy.
Oh, fun.
The Suns have a great corporate bit. If you're ever up on the Gold Coast and want to watch a game,
Yeah, well, no.
it's unbelievable.
Imagine trying to figure out a game that I could have gone to.
Actually, yeah, we'll work this out. You know, I'll talk
Head
later.
scratcher.
Yeah. Hey, and for the Eagles, as bad as the Suns were, Eagles were just good. They were just good. They just Harley Reid. I know people. You said this as well. You're on this side of the fence now as well.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon he's getting a bit angry, a bit too big for his boots?
I don't think that, but I think that it's the sugar hit that you touched on, that's worn away. And now it's probably, I mean, I've heard this before and I didn't really read too much into it, but like it's a long season for an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. And I think it's just getting to that point now where you just want to, have the rest of the year off now, mate. Like, you've done a lot and now you're probably getting a little bit tired. And you just see him making a few decisions where you're like, that doesn't look like Harley Reid of 15 weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
You know, this is a frustrated Reid. This is a tired,
I
just
say
little moves.
heavy is the head. Prince of Perth.
That's true.
It's a lot to that. His head, that crown he's got in his head. He's got the most aura in the AFL. You must admit, when he's out there, he wants all the smoke at the moment. He's just looking for fights. Just a dog looking for a fight. I love that.
But isn't that different to the first half of the year, Harley?
You know what it is to me? It's a guy who's 18, come to the league, not knowing if he can throw his weight around with men, and now going, hold on, I might be stronger than men.
Yeah.
I've got a crown on my head?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Give me a fight. Who wants it?
That's
I reckon
probably
that's what I'm sensing. He knows he can do it. It's just, and it's always going to be the question with him coming to the league because he did it so much in his TAC Cup year, in his draft year. He was breaking these tackles. It was always going to be a fine balance for him knowing if he can do it, which he does now know he can do it, but also being like, you don't need to do it all the time. You know, like you don't need to try and go through every single person in the field.
But this is first year stuff, right? So like they'll go away and they'll go, okay, this is,
Even the stuff with like Matty Rao, he went after Matty Rao again and again. It was like he was trying to send a message to the league saying, if this is your best tackler, watch this.
Yeah.
And I think that's the balance we're talking about before about knowing you can do it versus do I have to do it every game?
Yes.
Which he doesn't. Liam Duggan, dog, comes back in, captain, kicks the goal, 10 seconds to go, puts him up. Unbelievable. And they threw Ruben Gimby down his back as well. You see that?
No.
Is it Jimby or Gimby?
I think it's
Jimby.
Jimby. Is it?
West Coast, correct us here.
Yeah.
Threw him down back. He played on King at times. He looked very good down back, and that's a midfielder going down back to play a role. Good brand of footy over there.
Yeah.
They're going to be
They're
hard.
onto something.
I don't know if they have another one in them. I haven't got that vibe. They got Blues coming up in 2 weeks over there. I don't know who else they have over there, but they're a
North.
different team.
They got North.
Oh, they got one more in them. They've got one more. They got one more in them. And who else? And Blues.
They got North, Blues, and then we go on to the last round where they take on. Stay with me. Then they got the Cats. So yeah, they might have one.
Okay, I changed it. They got one in them. Could be the Blues or North.
Harley Reid and Hobart. How exciting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Blunston.
Wow. That's big for Tassie.
Yeah.
Oh, the president's rolling in.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it. Oh, yeah. I had a joke about two heads, but I didn't want to say that. Hey, Ballast Spoon. This is actually a good game again. We had so many good games. Ballast Spoon, and the winner was Richmond, but the 4 points go to North.
Yep.
Won the wooden spoon again. Congrats. Is it their first wooden spoon? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Didn't even fact check it. Just said it. Came in my mouth. North by 13 points. If this is a game that you wanted to see some handballs miss the target, some kicks miss the target, then put this one back on KO and watch it again because that is the game for you. Unbelievable display of just some mediocre skills, but loved it. Great game. Started off like the Tigers were going to maybe be in this game and they could have got out to a 4-goal lead and then North take control before Richmond in the last quarter storm home and you think, okay, they're peppering the goals here. Maybe they don't want the spoon. Missed them, North win, Richmond win, everyone's a winner, everyone goes home happy.
Oh, God.
Number one pick, you get it.
I'm just looking through the wooden spoon list. There's a lot of
There's a
St
lot
Kilda.
there. It's too hard work.
Even in the 1800s, oh my God.
Yeah, it's too much hard work. But North, they're cooking. And we said it last week, they got some pieces here they're putting together. LDU, get his signature, whatever he wants. He's putting 0, 0, 0, zeros on that contract every game he plays. 33-3. Just give him a blank check and say, what do you want? We're sick of playing these games.
Yeah.
And he might have his eyes and secured a war chest. Do you think he's looking elsewhere? At what point? What does he need now? So surely LDU can see what we can see.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding. They've got some pieces. They're going to be good. 5 years, they're good. What's he seeing? Is it just money or is there more to this?
Or do you just wait maybe till after the draft? Get a bit of
See
a
what they pick
clearer
up.
idea as to what this thing looks like? I also respect it when players want to go, hey, I just want to finish the season.
Yeah.
Like I'm clearly going to get a good contract, whether it be here or somewhere else. So let's just get to the end and then, we'll review this thing.
A beautiful. Oh, speaking of people you'd want to date, your daughter to date, him.
Yeah.
Classically handsome.
That's fine by me.
And just a great human.
Yep.
Yep. He's one. But he's a freak, 33-3. And good at footy. Always helps they're good at footy. If I'm a dad.
Oh, totally.
I'm not rocking up to the VFL.
No.
Your boyfriend plays VFL? Yuck. Get out. I think you should start seeing other people.
Your boyfriend plays cricket?
Yeah.
No, not interested,
thank you.
mate.
No thanks. Zane Dersma. See his mark?
Mm-hmm.
Almost touched the roof.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not as close to the roof as you
No,
once
not
got,
nowhere near as close, but
but
good
how many
elevation.
people have,
No. Yeah, I don't remember, I don't think any stories came out of Jetstar calling him and saying
No.
he'd get out of the airwaves, where with mine, they did that.
Yeah,
I was up
exactly.
there for 3 days.
Yeah.
But a great mark.
So good.
So here's a piece as well. It's now, mark of the year people were going nuts for. No, it's top 3 and it's not 1 or 2 for mine.
How do you mean, sorry?
So mark of the year.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, mark of the year, we have a new winner. For me, it's top 3, but it's not number 1 or number 2.
Sure.
It's 3rd.
Yeah, okay.
I think Elliott's still number 1, Bobby
Yeah.
Hill number 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Any preference on yours or not? Or do you
No,
like this
not
one?
in particular. I actually think maybe Elliott for mine, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
There
see.
was actually, what was the game that Bobby Hills was in?
North.
The North game. The second mark he did in the fourth quarter, I thought was braver and better. So he went back with the flight, so it didn't look as visually impressive.
Yeah.
But I think if they included context, I really like that mark.
Yeah, it's all about visuals for mine. When you get a
Yeah.
still image on it, Jamie Elliott's over Mackay, the G in the background, he's on his head. Mackay's 6'8".
Can it be blown up into a poster?
Yeah.
And that's
how I know.
That's the criteria.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
I now think also, speaking of the North, or continue to speak about North, Sherry, All-Australian ruckman. I reckon Gawn, unfortunately, he's got the chip fib, so he's fallen over. Grundy's out of form now the last 5 weeks, we'd say. Stephen Bradbury held his form all the way through. Tristan.
You don't reckon Rowan Marshall?
Forgot about him. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah, thank you.
2-horse race then.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yep, I reckon.
Do they not ever have 2 ruckmen?
They did, yeah. They had Grundy. I think they had English and Gawn last year, maybe. So they could. They can't split them. Jeez, he's playing having a good year.
Yeah.
They might win their BNF. I mean, Sheasel has been very good. Sheasel might be All-Australian.
Yeah.
Forgot about Sheasel. Yeah, and then we always talk about Richmond. This is just a write-off. Just get them through to the end of the year. Work out. You got bigger fish to fry, Richmond. You got contracts you need to work out.
Yeah.
You got to work all that stuff out.
The car park, they got to fix,
They're
sort
doing
that
the car
out.
park as well. So the players won't have anywhere to park next year with all the construction going on. Lots happening at Richmond. Geelong v Adelaide down the road in Torquay or in Geelong, boring town. Cameron just beat a bunch of guys from Adelaide.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, they don't win this game. Just 5-point winners. And I swear Geelong have the opposite of what the Suns have. They hate playing at home. They've lost a couple games there. They actually make it hard to win at home.
They probably put too much pressure on themselves.
Too much pressure.
Yeah.
Way too much. It's like they just, I don't know, it's like they don't enjoy being there sometimes.
No.
Like, this is your home ground. It's not the MCG. We're down a highway. You land at the airport. You then get a bus for an hour and a half down to Geelong. It's a long process for teams to get there.
Yeah.
You got to make it harder for them.
That's true.
Put up a fight. But Adelaide came to fight. They came to fight. They came to make it work for it. And they were very, very good. Riley Philthorpe's the biggest guy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's just huge. Tex was good as well. I thought they came hunting him.
They deserve to win this, I think.
They deserve, yeah. A lot of question marks over Stengel. Now he had the big weekend as well. He came out, kicked the first goal of the game. I think he ended up kicking 2 or 3. So he was good. So he obviously not hungover at all.
No.
He got over his symptoms, hydrated, and was back out there. Cameron, just a dog. Just he was the difference in this game.
Absolutely.
Just the difference. So now Geelong keep rolling. And again, they're going to make finals now. They were second at one point during the weekend. Like they keep being good. They keep showing up. And yes, they only won by 5 points, but they just keep being good. They keep getting wins. And Adelaide would be so frustrating. If we're talking about top teams that would be hard to support, given how frustrating they are, Adelaide's right up there.
Yeah, because I suppose you don't really know where they're at, right? Like, they're not rebuilding.
Well, that's the thing. Are they rebuilding or are they just a bad middle of the ladder team that is sometimes a top 8 team?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be very frustrating.
I mean, when you have a bridge that small, you're going to be frustrated before the bounce even, before the game starts.
I totally get it.
You got a hill as well of angry people drinking West Ends.
Yeah.
It's tough in Adelaide.
I get it.
It's tough in Adelaide. So we're on Geelong. Fuck, here we go. Don't really want to do this one. Collingwood by 3 points. All right, next game. We are Carlton. We're a fraud dressed up as a premiership contender.
Yeah.
I've let the dust settle on it, and I've come to my senses. Now the emotion's out of it. We're an average team. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Like, we just pick and choose too much. I just don't I don't know what happened. Maybe we got the starting time of the game wrong. It said 7:30 on the fixture, but I feel like a lot of blokes rocked up at 9:45.
Sure.
So maybe that was one. I just don't know what's happening at the moment. You look back at the results and you go, okay, some good teams have beat us. Doggies, Port. So, okay, Collingwood is still in the hunt for finals. I'm trying to find a positive in this thing. I think the only positive I have is that the last 25 minutes of football that we've played was the best we've played all year.
And it was very good.
It was very good. You can't go, 6 goals down in the last quarter or something like that and then almost steal it still. That's the only one thing I'm taking out of it.
I think the positive that I saw is that I still think the Carlton are a far better side. You just need to work out a way to not be bullied. I felt like Collingwood didn't play footy out there. They were beating you up.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it felt. It felt like every moment that Collingwood were a little bit tired and you're allowed to play the way you wanted, you were crisp with the ball, moving really well, hitting targets. It was great.
Yeah.
But they just didn't allow you to do that very often. And then it was just physical, trying to wind the crowd up and get behind them. Like, it was just it was bullying.
Well, from Collingwood, the emotions was going to be there. They had the song.
Yep.
Emotion. So they were going to be up. You know they're going to come out breathing fire.
SB40 on their
so that was big. They're going to come out breathing fire. I thought the Blues all in the first quarter all over him.
Yeah.
Kick 8 points in a row, and then Harry kicks one of his backside, and you're okay, this is okay. Second quarter, just outplayed. Third quarter, outplayed. Then 15, 20 minutes in the last. Like, it's just so frustrating. Just play 4 quarters of football. That's all we ask. All we ask. Now, everyone's going to pin it on McGovern kicks the goal, we go top 4. Misses, we get on the slide. Misses, ball lands in corner hotel, as I said. But you don't pin on him. You can't expect Mitch McGovern to defend goals and then go and kick a goal to win it.
He was a big reason you were within a shot.
100% he was. You can't. That's not on him.
Yeah.
That's on the boys up front to start kicking some goals. It's just like they are so lucky, the Blues, that they got to get out of jail free card with results.
Yeah.
So then Giants beat the Hawks, kiss on the dick. Freo go down to Essendon, still in the 8. And still now a bit of wiggle room to move here. This game next Saturday against the Hawks is big, pretty much a grand final.
Oh, my God.
But they're still even if they drop one, somehow the footy gods say, we're going to keep giving you a shot at it.
Yeah.
But top 4, that boat sailed. I think if I'm in the 4 walls of Carlton, I'm going, hey guys, let's just focus on 3 weeks, a good block of playing our best footy because we need to make finals now. I think the top 4's gone.
Don't you feel like that if you start having that narrative, though, that's panic button territory? I still think you should be saying, no, we'll work towards top 4. Because if you start saying we just need to make finals now, mate, that's like...
But I feel like we've had the second easiest run home.
You have?
So top 4 should have been sewn up by now.
Oh, it should have been.
It should have been. So I think maybe that's what they've been thinking the whole time. This is different. I spoke to someone inside the 4 walls and they said what's happened is that the boys now, I think, I don't know if you see this, it's centre bounce. It's like they're rolling the dice.
Yeah, okay.
Like constantly, it's all or nothing. They win, we win. And there's no defending. Do you see that in the games at all?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It seems like that. And then you've got also some great players like Wiedering and Cripps are holding the club up. So outside that, the role players last year were so good. They were really good. You had your Cottrells, your Owies, Motlops were kicking goals. So all those role players were just playing a role and playing it really well. Doesn't feel like they're doing that. It feels like Cripps and Wieders need to do a lot. You need Sammy Walsh firing. You need a Charlie firing who is carrying obviously an ankle injury.
Yeah.
Been carrying it for weeks.
Yeah.
He's different. You need a Harry firing. So it just feels like last year everyone was chipping in. But this year it's like 2 or 3 guys.
How good was Wieders just in that 4th quarter, though?
Man. He's a freak.
That was some of the best I've seen him. I was amazed.
Honestly, take my bias out of this. If he's an All-Australian fullback, I'll be sick.
Yeah.
Just watch that last quarter.
Yeah.
Watch his whole year. He's been doing that all year. He's the human corky.
Yeah.
He can't move. He's got a corky just lodged in his quad and he's doing that kind of stuff. He was unbelievable. But even he needs some help down there. So Blues move on to the next one. Big game coming up. And I'm thinking, I go to the game. In a
They
suit,
might need it.
They obviously need me there in a suit, briefcase, and it's a business trip.
Mhm.
And I don't leave until there's a win in the briefcase. Business trip on Saturday.
It's about time, mate.
It's about time. Bring out the big guns. I'm there. Well done the Pies though. Pies are good.
Yep.
Season on the line really. Now they're still. What do you think about the Pies? Are they alive still?
They're alive still, technically. I mean, what are they? 11th, 44 points. Three games to go. They're a sniff for sure.
They get themselves up and about, and who knows when they play like patches they did on the weekend. And they weren't amazing,
No.
but they played patches. You go, whoa, that's the old Collingwood or the Collingwood last year. So they can do that for 2 quarters. They're going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And then if they get in the finals and get players back, just look out. They were very good. Obviously, the emotion of Pendles. Pendles after the game said, "Yeah, I have a basketball background." Because you notice
that was pretty funny.
Did you see Pendlebury Jr. already hitting targets as well before the game?
I did. I also saw his daughter not wanting to go
No,
out
didn't
there.
want a bar of it.
That was
didn't
pretty
want a
funny.
bar.
Also, not sure about the fireworks at the end of the game.
Too much for you?
Too much for mine.
Yeah, right.
A little bit too much carry on.
There was a lot of carry on, but with that carry on, you got to win. If they had lost, we'd have been going off about fireworks and that guy singing the Pendlebury song before the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So I do like that guy. Good song.
Good song.
Great song. There was nothing worse after the game finished. That song was just lodged in my head when I was putting my head in the pillow. Pendlebury. That's not what you want as a Carlton fan.
Nope.
Well done, Pies. To go out for the season, as we said.
Yes.
High hammy strain, high grade, 10 to 12 weeks. Ouch. Another one on the injury list. Yeah. Makes it hard for him. Thank God that this was happening in Adelaide at the same time. So we weren't the clowns of the competition. Thank God for this absolute massacre. Just slaughter fest in Adelaide, in the city of churches.
Yes.
They should go to a church and ask for forgiveness for what they did to Sydney. Port by 112 points. I'll say that again. 112 to the ladder leaders. Top of the ladder Swans get done by 20 goals. I'm calling it. That was the worst performance for the best team in the comp in any league in the world ever. That was the worst.
It was pretty bad. It was okay. So if we take that seriously, was that the worst performance all year from any team?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't roll into Adelaide and get done by 112 points and tell me that you're going to win a flag.
Yeah.
I think they're not done. They'll play finals, but you don't win a flag after getting belted by 112. There's a deep seed there that Port unlocked. They opened you up and found something.
Yep.
In the first quarter, they did that as well. Now, some people will say Sydney were just off, but no, you don't get done. You don't lead the comp, be the team of the league, and get done by 112 points and not have something so wrong in you. There's something there that they found, Port, and they just exposed it and just put them on a table and carved them up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced they can't win a flag.
They've been done by Richmond, St Kilda, Fremantle, Dogs, Brisbane, Port. I'm with you.
Yeah. And Port.
It's not a good rap sheet.
It's not a great one. It's shaky times. Now, they might rest up and get good for finals and get a couple of home finals, and I think at Sydney they'll be different.
Yeah.
But I'm just convinced you can't, not 112 points. There's something there that's bad and wrong and rotting there. And they've been like that for 5 weeks. Now, they're still a very good team. They'll still play finals. I think they'll still fire a shot in the finals. And in Sydney, you don't want them up there. So you don't want to be going to Sydney. But on the other side of the coin, Port, premiership contenders.
They have to be, right?
Sydney were bad, but you don't beat the best team in the comp by 20 goals and not put yourself up as like, hey, we can win this thing now. They were unbelievable. And the game was over in the 15-minute mark, as we said. They had the first 17 shots of the game and they kicked 11 straight goals. Sydney had their first shot on goal halfway through the second quarter. This game, when we say it was over in 15 minutes, it was over in 15 minutes. It was done. I had to flick it over and was like, what is happening in Adelaide? That is wild what happened there. So Swans have some thing to do. Port, unbelievable. They can, if they get things right, they can win it and sign Ken Hinkley to a 25-year deal.
Yeah. Lock it in.
Lock him in for 25 more.
I'd be loving right now a Port Adelaide Bulldogs final.
Yeah, that'd be
juicy.
That'd be all just offense, just at each other as well.
Totally.
Do they have a showdown this week or next week?
I think it might be this week, no? No.
Next week.
So Port have D's this week.
in Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Wow. Yeah, I think they can win it. I can win it. And Sydney have to work out what made them so good to get back to it. First 13 weeks, they were electric by foot. Like they were good by skills, and then they just absolutely smoked you in transition. So they were quick as. They've gone away from that. And maybe they're tired. Looks to me like they're just absolutely fatigued and tiring. So I don't know how they get back to it. I think, is it too late to get your fitness back? Is it too late to turn, that form around leading to finals? I'm not sure. But for Port, unreal. When they click, it's scary. It's just the only thing with Port now. It's like, yes, I think they can now win a flag and they can put their hand up. But it's like they also have the ability, if you look at their undies, skid marks.
Sure. It's in them.
No, it's like they wear white jocks.
Yeah.
And when they take them off, you close your eyes and go, oh, is there shit in there? Oh, it's okay. It's 112 points. We won.
Yeah.
Although sometimes you take them off, you go, oh, absolutely got smoked.
Yeah, it's changing. Yeah. They're changing a nappy, aren't they?
Yeah, literally. You don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes smells, sometimes no shit, sometimes smells a lot of shit. You don't know. But what on Port, absolutely percentage booster.
Well, them and Lions have had a good weekend for that.
Percentage?
Because that's clearly incredibly important now.
Actually shocking. I don't remember the last time a top of the ladder team got done by 100 points. What's your thoughts on Sydney? Are you done with them? Do you think they can win a flag? After that, you still going, you know what, get finals they can or not?
I think that they've also lost too many games at home.
Yeah.
And I think that that's why I'm a little bit
nervous.
Maybe I'm off them. Because a Doggies and a Freo can't be rolling in there and doing what they did.
True.
Because if that was still a fortress, the SCG, you'd be thinking, wow.
Yeah.
They win their first final.
It's all different.
Get a prelim at the SCG.
Yeah.
This
thing's different.
But right now,
scary.
I know this is ridiculous, and I've said this last week, but let's just say hypothetically, don't laugh. If St Kilda are in the top 8 right now, it's crazy to me that I would be wanting to play the top of the ladder side over a myriad of other teams.
Yeah, really?
As a fan, I'd be going, all right, let's see what I reckon we can do this.
I think so. I think they're scarred. What was that game where they got scarred and we said, okay, I think now we realise that they're human? Remember that on a roll and someone beat them the first time?
Freo, maybe?
Freo?
I remember that one.
Freo, maybe it was that. And that was like the first, we call it the seed of doubt.
Yes, correct.
I reckon that seed is a full fucking plant now where they go, holy shit, there's some leaves on this thing that we're not really sure what we are anymore.
Yeah.
We got some weeds in us.
Yep.
Time to go exterminating. Get some weed killer in you. This game was actually great. Move to Sunday now in Canberra. The city of porn and fireworks. I'm not even sure you can get those things anymore. You could back in the day.
I know. Yeah.
You do know, do you?
I know that you could.
Nothing like a good zoo magazine on the bed, is there?
Oh,
remember back in the day, just having that zoo under you? Having them
good times.
Having the page full of 60 pages and only being able to open 4. Only being able to open up 4 of them.
Oh, could you? Yeah, I'm remembering the times where you'd say, "No, I read it for the articles. Great articles.
Yeah, it's advice in there. I'm not reading it for all the boobs.
Yeah. I'm not reading it for the boobs."
In Canberra, the Giants just steal it. Now I'm going to ask this. I might regret it.
Okay.
What was that Harry Potter hat? What is that about? Now I'm giving you a green light here to talk about Harry Potter. So be very careful.
What, to not get carried away with myself? Is the sorting hat. I can't take you seriously. So the sorting hat, when you rock up at Hogwarts in your first year, it'll sit on your head and it goes, okay, I'm reading your mind here. These are your attributes. I'm going to put you in this house, that house.
Oh, that's right.
I'm assuming that was on for the Wiz. That was the only...
Oh, my God.
That had to be the connection?
I've just had a horrible vision of like Hawks fans going to the games as Harry Potter characters for the Wiz.
And if they do, you're done.
I won't go.
If everyone's got their wands out.
So that's a sorting hat. So they can just get around the Wiz.
But look, I've got no idea. Because I listened to the video you reposted. I couldn't hear a lot.
True.
There was no context.
Oh, yeah. Just a guy with a hat on.
So I assumed it was just
that's
a bit
when
of
they
a
pull their head and it's like, slurping time.
Yeah, slurping time.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
And the other one, I know Gryffindor.
Yeah.
I don't know slurping time. But Hawks dominated all game. All game. Should have won. And they didn't play great football, but they played good enough football to get out to a 28-point lead at 3/4 time. You think, okay, Q in the rack here. But the Giants just, out of nowhere, generally out of nowhere. They started rolling. Everything coming off half back felt like it was going to be a goal at this point. The tsunami was up and about. Brent Daniels had 12 and a goal in the last quarter. He was huge. Didn't really play for 3 quarters. Popped up in the last. Toby Green, captain's last quarter, put him on his back. And Jesse Hogan, the new Coleman medalist, 5 goals. Genuine tsunami came for him.
I'm so happy for him just quietly. I love it.
Yeah, same.
It's
he
great.
deserves a Coleman. Just was a good bloke as well.
Yeah.
Just a guy you'd want to have a beer with.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Top 10 guys you want to have a beer with. That's what we should do. And Giants have just, again, massive, massive hearts to get a win here. Give the Blues a get out of jail free card, so I was happy as. And the Hawks now, they're fun and exciting. They're reckless, and I think we're going to see more of this in the next year or so of them getting out to big leads on excitement and energy, and then good, mature teams just coming over the top of them. But they need a key defender. If there was a game where you go, okay, I can see why they want Barras or Battle, it was this game. Like they have a real problem with big key defenders at the moment. Everything else they're good with, but when the ball goes in there, like they had, Hogan was a problem from start to finish for him. Everything that went in, he was clunking. And next weekend's now huge, as we spoke about.
It really is a grand final for these two, for both of them, right?
It's a day at the MCG, just a genuine let's rip each other's hearts out.
Yep.
Like someone's leaving with their heart out of their body.
Yep.
That's how it's going to be.
Or a draw. Oof, Jesus.
That would be horrible. That would be horrible. So they can still, the Hawks here, as we see, they can still win. They still win. They still play finals, and they'll fuck up Carlton's season if they do that. Or Blues win and get some breathing space on anyone maybe coming into the 8.
Hawks do have Richmond, and Hawks do have North Melbourne.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah.
So now they're going to get 52 points.
Yeah.
If they lose this.
Yeah.
So they need to win 3 of 3. They need to win. Blues need to win 3 of 3 as well.
Yeah.
This is a grand final then.
But they've got a real, I mean, those 2 games are real percentage.
Well, they need to smoke them, don't they?
Yeah.
Because their percentage isn't great.
No.
Okay. So they need it. They're good at the G. They smoked the Pies by 66.
They've got it in them.
So they've got it in them. I'm scared. I'm torn here. I've got the Blues who I ride with. You know I ride with them. I've got the team who I've just adopted as like my second cool swag team, like my cool brother, younger brother.
Yeah.
I could look down and say, okay, that guy's pretty cool. But I'm like, okay, family.
Yeah.
Family, cool brother. Footy pie. I've got no idea.
No.
I can't wait. I think it's a Sunday 1:10 game. Best time slot on the calendar.
I think it is, isn't it? That has to be.
Best time.
Yeah,
That is-
110.
That's beer. That's beers barking.
4:40, too late.
Yeah, 110.
1:10.
Barking, beers. Oh, another beer post game? It's only 4 o'clock. Okay. Hello, Corner Hotel. Cannot wait. This was unreal as well. Unbelievable game at the MCG. Freo and the Bombers. Again, another game where a team comes from absolutely nowhere, no right to win this game, and steal it from Freo. Now, there's one guy out there in the world who threw his scarf at Marvel Stadium last week. He's probably asking for it back. At 3/4 time, we probably had Essendon fans putting their membership cards in microwaves and now having to call up the club saying, hey, need a new card.
Sorry about that.
What happened to it? It was the microwave 3/4 time. Yeah. Had it rotating in some heat. Just unreal. I was watching this game for up until 3/4 going, all right, these Freo guys, they love the big stage. They like the coffees here. They like the Loud House. They like the sights and sounds. They like the stage. They're going to roll. They're going to come back in a month's time and win the flag here. Then all of a sudden, Essendon just dug deep down inside themselves and pulled out a huge dog. Didn't think they had it in them. I've been very harsh on them about the slide, taking the piss out of them. Look how I look right now. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had that in you. I didn't know you're built like that. They are built like that.
Yeah.
The centre bounce at the end. So they come from nowhere. They draw even. Centre bounce. Both teams are just rolling the dice here. No one's playing for the draw. They said, fuck that draw. We don't want it. Fuck champion data. Then Zach Merritt, Mr. Lambo, just wanted it more from the centre bounce. He's got shoulders out. He could blaze away. He sees Durham, the dog, to his right, gives it to him. Durham kicks the best point of his life. Freo roll the dice out of the goal square, go up the middle, come the man, come the moment. Sammy Draper takes the mark and ices it. Just a great win for that football club. Get a bit of belief back in what they can do.
Yep, good on them.
Yeah.
So they're 9th now. Wow. Breathing down your neck.
Down our neck, well and truly. Last quarter, their season was done. They were dead in the water. They were getting on Flight Centre and getting some trips out of here. Going to Bali, maybe Thailand, full moon party, who knows? Maybe Vegas for those who are 21 and older. I'm not sure, but they were done. And then Freo just stopped playing football completely. Just stopped. I don't know what happened to them, but just thought we've had enough of this. Maybe we want to go home early. Go from business flights back to economy on the way home. They could have been top 4 with a win here and they choked it. Got a win stuck in their throat.
Yeah.
Thought,
It happens.
It does happen. It happened a lot this round.
Yeah.
But with everything that I saw earlier, I was like, this team is very, very good at football. They were efficient. Kicked 14 goals, 5. Oh, this is a team that knows how to slice you up the scoreboard. And now they have to beat Geelong, the Giants, and Port to make finals. Everyone has a run home that is just horrible. I love this season so much. Freo are good though. Freo are still scary.
Yeah.
I think you get them in the finals,
absolutely.
they're scary. Essendon just pulled one out of nowhere. Genuine rabbit from a hat, which is great because they needed to do it, keep their season alive. But I think Freo, if you're sitting at Freo, you go, you know what? We went from flag mantle to fraud mantle in 15 minutes, but we're good.
Yeah.
I think this thing's okay.
They'll be so fine.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. So get Geelong at home next week or this week coming up. You win that, I think you start getting ready for finals.
Yep, Cats
it's like
at
get
home.
a new scarf, get the new retro Guernsey. Are
Ooh.
they in the retro this week? If they're in the retro,
They would have to be.
they'd have to be at home.
Yeah. They do. So they've got what? They've got the Cats and they've got the Giants, which is interesting. Then they've got Port Adelaide. So it's not easy, but
Not easy.
they'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, just flat. Just flat if you're a Freo fan watching that going, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Just like, why? Why do that? You had it sewn up.
Yep.
Why do that? And then the last game of the round, you were here. Now back to reality. Back to just shoving chopsticks down your retinas. You know?
Yep. Wasn't great.
It wasn't great at all. If I have to watch any more of that from St Kilda, I might sit knife myself in the eyes.
Pump the brakes a bit on
Just a horrible experience.
Yeah.
You were there. I'll let you run with this because you were there. You saw it firsthand. How are your eyes today?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great.
No.
It was tough. It was...
What actually happened because I was in gold class for half this game.
I thought
I switched off.
Which reminds me, just before we get to that, big moment for me during the week.
Oh, here we go.
Made it onto your close friends list.
Hey, welcome.
Finally.
Welcome, mate.
So you just thought, you know who'd appreciate this?
Yeah, I know who Robin. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Now, what I saw out there was just a team ready to win a flag.
Oh, wow.
That's how it felt.
That's big from you.
I felt like if you compared it to the Sydney Port game, that was way worse of a watch.
Okay.
St Kilda were kind of fine. We just couldn't touch the ball. Like,
No.
it wasn't that we were necessarily sloppy. It wasn't that we were, not finding. It was just that we physically couldn't get to the ball first. That's how it felt.
Yeah, I feel like you try to play the way you've been playing, but
Yeah.
Brisbane were like, not a chance today.
It was an opportunity to almost play like Collingwood did against you and went, well,
Yeah.
we'll just have to beat you up here.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I respect it because you didn't go back to your defensive ways.
No.
I felt like for what I saw, you were like, you know what? Let's just play how we've been playing.
Yeah.
But Brisbane rolled in and said, not
today.
Not today. Like, we don't have time for this. It's a Sunday 4:40 graveyard. We're going to belt you and just fuck off back
Yeah.
to Brisbane.
Look, they were very impressive. I thought Cam Rayner was incredible. Charlie was doing what he needed to do. Danaher, a little bit selfish. I think
Kick 4-3.
yeah, but he could have passed off a few times. But
Yeah.
no, he was great. Look, they were honestly, it's
So
just
great.
all credit to them. They're a flag side.
You know what I feel about St Kilda is you guys are so good, or you're really good from full back to about 70 out, and then 70 to goal. I'm not really sure where you're going here.
Okay.
I feel like you're good from transitioning. I feel like you're really good in terms of getting your back line to about 70 out, and then it's like, I don't know what happens in your forward line. That's what I see.
Yeah, maybe trying to still figure a few things out there.
That's okay. It'll work together.
Yeah.
You'll work it out.
But
Is Ross still the boss?
Yeah, Ross is the man,
Okay.
mate. Don't worry about
Still on
Ross.
him?
I remember it was very uncomfortable yesterday. I was in the, I was like underground, taking my face paint off, and Ross, Harvey, Lenny Hayes all walked past me, and they were very flat. And I'm just wiping my face paint off. I went, "See you guys. I'll see you next week." So, little,
I mean, face paints play on when you win.
yeah, totally.
When
Not
you lose, it's
not when
probably
you lose.
yeah, it's not a great look.
I did have one good moment.
Oh yeah.
I'll selfishly tell you. I'll tell you. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't really get that flustered around the current players. I think it's very cool, but I don't get nervous. I do when the old boys rock up.
Oh, Stewie Lowe.
And I get a tap on the shoulder from Lenny Hayes.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, hey, mate, Lenny. And I go, yeah, I'm absolutely 100% aware of who you are, mate.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just want to let you know, I love when you do the nicknames for players.
Wow.
And I went, really? Okay. So during the roll call, I said, and before we get started, this isn't me saying this. Lenny has asked for more nicknames.
So what did you roll with? Any
Well,
new
I got
ones?
nervous when I said Riley Bonner. And then I went, I might have to leave that one there. I've got one in mind, but I can't say it.
Yeah, so you're going to something in the pants?
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah, nice.
So I said, Mr.
I've got
Mr. Steal Your Footy.
Yeah, great.
For Jack. Dishing up 4 points, the butler.
Great.
Just tweaked.
You could have rolled with when the Saints win, I've got a huge Riley Bonner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know if that's appropriate or
What's
not.
that in my pants? It's blood. No, it's Riley Bonner.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's Mason Wood.
Yeah, they are. A lot of erection jokes.
Yeah.
And they're funny.
Endless. But no, it was it was a flattening day. But I'm just impressed by Brisbane.
How was platform 28?
Didn't go.
You and Knock Knock.
No, I went home.
Bullshit. I don't believe it.
I went home.
You didn't go on platform 28 for a few Knock Knocks?
No.
You guys still doing Knock Knocks or not?
No, I think it was a bit too late on a Sunday night for Knock Knocks. But I will say we've got aisle 29. They're fantastic. They're kind of like, they're a bit better than our cheer squad. So they're just off to the cheer squad. And they've got songs for everyone. They're fantastic.
Great.
And just halfway through, the head of aisle 29 goes, everyone,
Oh, no.
it was my daughter's birthday during the week. So let's sing her a song. And then they just sung happy birthday. And I thought, this is great. I love
That's
the
great.
Saints.
Okay, what's happening out there?
Yeah.
Hey, positive signs then for next year, isn't there?
I feel so much better about where we're
Okay,
at.
great. Because it was shaky there. You probably were, if you didn't find some form, I think you'd be going into preseason, off season, being like, shit.
I think it's clear where we're at, and that's cool. We'll
Yeah.
get a high draft pick in. We'll test
you'll be
what
fine.
the market's doing, and we'll be all right.
You got to pick 4 or 5 for battle.
Yep.
You're fine.
If you go,
I think he's gone. I think he's pretty much gone. You may as well start shopping that pick around and get someone for
Okay.
it. But the Lions, you said, their rise back to being the best team in the comp.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It has to be studied what they've done here. They're now
awesome.
flag favourites in Sportsbet.
Wow, are they really?
Skyrocketed favourites. They're the best team in the comp. I think, dog, if you had a team to win it tomorrow, I'm probably picking Lions over the Dogs at the G.
I'll be close to Port, for mine.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but they're unbelievable. They're just rolling at the moment. They'll keep rolling. I think now it's gone from a point from being, okay, there's a lot of effort to get themselves back into contention to being like, okay, they're now there.
Mm-hmm.
They can coast, have a rest before the week of finals.
Sorry. I don't know why, but I've just become so used to looking at your face.
Look fun.
Then it clicked. I went, what is going on?
They've come to the point now where it's like, if the sugar hit's over, they're now just very good at football. And they'll be very good for finals.
Yeah.
Look out if you get them. They're trouble. 2 finals at home, see you later. They're done. I've had a great time. The paint is drying around my face.
Yeah.
The pore's going to be full of white paint. So I'm gonna break out with blemishes everywhere.
Yeah. Thursday's ep, you'll look like, little pizza face.
What a pizza. That's what I called in high school, pizza face. Pizza orange. That was fun. I still am hurting from the weekend. You guys haven't noticed, obviously. If it's now, an hour and a half into it, you haven't noticed, I'm still hurting. We'll bounce back. And you'll all bounce back. If you had a rough weekend, your team lost, your team choked, dust yourself off, put the saddle back on, because guess what? We ride again. And we keep riding. We ride into a storm. Best season of all time. Saints are done. No one's riding with them. But everyone else, let's ride, guys. Let's go. Give me another good round of football coming up. We'll see you on Thursday. Anything else you want to add to that or not?
No, mate, we'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
Yeah,
also, sorry, before we sold merch. Hey, guys.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you to, Matt, honestly, thank you so much to everyone who bought merch. Like, it's just, you blew us away. So, as you were seeing, a lot of people got the sizes wrong, which has made it an absolute nightmare in the back end. You just got it right in the first place, but that's okay. We've sorted it out. We got back to everyone. Thank you so much. We sold so much more merch than probably what we forecasted. It's just blown away. So, they're in production now. We're thinking orders will probably start getting out into this week, early next week. The pre-sale was on, you all bought it. So again, from the bottom of both of our hearts, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing so many big little, big Ollie, little Dan merchandise. Dan does footy stuff. So you guys are amazing. We have some more stuff. We'll do one more for summer as well. And then we'll do a couple of random little capsules here and now, and then obviously go again next year. So thank you, everyone. You're amazing. We love you all. Thank you. We will see you on Thursday.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.